All right. What's up, YouTube? This is Ziploc Buddy here with a special guest again. Say what's up.
Hey guys, Deadpoolzilla is back again, and we are here to talk about the new Avatar Legend of Korra thing.
Yeah. We were basically talking about over the phone how we wanted what we want to see from this series, and basically some unanswered questions from the first series, like what happened to Zuko's mom and stuff like that.
Exactly. Rather than give M. Night Shyamalan a total reboot of the franchise, they should have gone with one big movie. Like I was telling you, they should have gone with one big movie. It could be a whole plot line of they could be looking for Zuko's mom and explain everything.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that would have been perfect. You could have had a movie. You could have had the series, and then you could have had a movie, and then you could have went right on into this new series, and we would have all those questions answered. But that being said, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't see the live action movie because I don't know. I might see it on DVD in a rental, but I'm more interested in the animated stuff. That's just how I feel about it.
Exactly. The other thing we talked about too is that we wanted to see at least some of the old characters come back, but probably since it's like 70 years in the future, probably most of the characters are going to be dead. But I'm expecting at least Toph to still be alive.
Yeah, Toph and characters like that. I'm really expecting to see her. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how they do it. Like they're saying they're going to have like actual technology and stuff like that. And that's going to be interesting, like a new thing for the Avatar universe.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be very steampunk-like, and like I told you, that city looked almost like I was looking at a Chinese New York.
Yeah, I know, right? It does have that feel to it, and the Avatar this time around is going to be a female, so that's going to be interesting. They were saying that on I looked on comicbookmovies.com. They were talking about it. And that seems like an interesting twist to have, a female protagonist this time around.
Yeah, but then again, another thing we should probably bring up is that people are going to hate this, like diehard Avatar fans. But since there's going to be Korra around, that means Aang's dead.
Yeah, I know, right? People are already kind of giving a hate, like, oh, I want to see the old characters and blah 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 and this and that. But you got to remember, Aang should have been dead a while ago, because when he was frozen, that was like 100. I think it was 100 years ago. They said. Yeah. So technically, he's already supposed to be passed on, but with him freezing himself and stuff like that, it kind of slowed down his aging and whatnot.
Yeah. So, but however, like we said, we would like to see other old characters come back, but elderly. Like, if it's going to be 70 years, they're probably going to be Zuko, especially. He's still probably going to be alive, but very old. Yeah,
and I wonder how they're going to address the stuff in the past, like the Fire Nation. Are they going to have different stories in the past, like how Zuko changed the world and made it peaceful, and the gang and all that made it peaceful.
Another thing I just thought of was, are they going to do? Maybe what they'll do is have different factions now, like different split-off kingdoms or city-states now.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Like it's not probably just going to be the nation. It's going to be like a mixture of different people and stuff like that, and that's going to be interesting.
I'm not saying like new vendors and all that. I know what you know what I mean, but I'm telling the people out there that probably think I mean new vendors. I'm saying new factions of the four nations. Like we're going to say like a militaristic Earth Kingdom or something, or maybe like a very industrial Fire Nation. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think they're going to do too. What else did you want to talk about as far as the new series is concerned? I'm kind of blanking out right now.
The other thing you and I talked about, I remember this, was we wanted to see it more, handle more, adult themes.
Exactly. The thing I liked about the show, that they weren't afraid to kind of delve into the adult themes and stuff like that. Like they weren't afraid to mention, death and all that. And I really hope that this time around that the show even gets more mature, and goes into more deeper things.
Yeah. Make it like, kind of, remember how Gargoyles was? That show was like still kid, but it had some really dark themes to it.
Exactly. It sure did. And we need more shows like that on TV instead of, these cartoons that they have been coming out with the recent years, like, just a bunch of fart jokes and stuff like that. And that's one thing I liked about the show. It didn't have, it didn't oversaturate us with stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing with the character of Korra, like how she's gonna be and all that.
Yeah. I'm actually, there probably won't be another sequel after this. I think this is just gonna be, there's gonna be this series, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like, I don't think they should, drag it out too much longer. Like,
I don't want to see like a Dragon Ball Z thing, like then Z, then GT, and all that.
Yeah, they just, end it after that, and it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it either way, though. I don't think it's gonna be bad for the show. A lot of people saying it's gonna be, it's a bad move. The ending was perfect. The ending really wasn't perfect to me. There's a lot of unanswered questions, and we were talking about. Me and you always have talked about the spirit world. They didn't explore that enough for me. And how do you feel about that?
And the one thing that pisses me off is that they never explained how about. Remember when Zhao mentioned to Iroh that everyone knew about his whole trip to the spirit world, and then he saw Aang's spirit during the solstice. They don't explain that at all.
Exactly. There's still a lot of unanswered questions that need to be answered, and I hope they do that with this show this time around.
Another thing too is that. What do you think the villains are going to be like in this series?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that, but I'm really thinking like how they had the White Lotus. I'm thinking there's going to be something like that, but for a dark version of it. Like I'm not saying this is going to be the name, but like I don't know, the dark flame or some shit like that.
What I'm thinking is that since this whole new technology. My thing is that we're going to see, people using gunpowder and all that, actual, musket rifles, possibly.
Oh yeah, yep. That's what I'm guessing as well. It's like, it's kind of like some people are saying like they're getting out of the Stone Age and they're coming into the New Age. And yeah, I'm wondering how they're gonna do the villains as well. Like, it's gonna be very intriguing to see what they do with it.
But who's going to? Is it going to be the Fire Nation, or is it going to be like some rogue thing?
I just really hope they explore the spirit world more. Like we get to see something from there a little bit more.
We never had a spirit. They have the spirit world. But what I always wanted to see from the series was a spirit world villain.
Yeah, exactly. Like I like the guy who I think his name was I forgot his name. When Aang went into the spirit world, and the guy who could steal faces and stuff like that, he was cool. I like to see more of him. Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see him return. I want to see, we're probably going to see, also as well, speaking of, spirit stuff, Kurren's going to be talking to Aang, and I'd really like to see what he looks like as an adult. Oh,
yeah, me too. Like, I want to see, like, how far he's become and stuff like that. I really hope they have, like, memorials for the characters, like, like these guys were the great ones that changed the world and all that. That'd be really cool.
Like, they call it, like, the heroic age or something. No, I'm not saying, like, call it the heroic age, but call it, like, the great peace or whatever, like use it like statues to them or something.
Yeah, the great peace bringers or whatever. But yeah, this series looks very good. I think we got like a minute left, so anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, what I'm saying is answered questions, interesting villains and interesting technology, and give it something like a PG-13 rating.
Exactly, yeah. Explore more adult themes, because the character of Korra, she looks to be at least 18, like from the picture, from the back and whatnot. And I got a new picture up. She looks like she's older up there. So, with that being said, we're gonna stop it here. And this is Zipblock Bloody and
Deadpoolzilla,
and we are out.